Welcome to Chuck's Guitar Geekery. In an effort to try to provide more value to you, my lovely, loyal, faithful viewers here, I've started a Patreon. Now, with the Patreon, there's several things I'm offering there to start with, and then I'll see where it takes me. I'll see what you all want from me, I guess. But the backing jam tracks I do in my weekly video on Wednesdays, I'm going to provide those backing jam tracks. So for $2 a month, you get a backing jam track a week. .wav file, you download it, it's yours forever, whatever device you put it on. The second tier at $5 a month is you get the backing jam track plus Tonex captures. Plus I'm also doing the MVive ANN audio neural network captures. I'll probably do an A-B comparison between Tonex and that soon, but $5 a month, you get one of those a week, one of each a week. And sometimes if it's a pedal that has multiple switches on it, it'll be several captures that week. Or if it's an amp with multiple channels, it'll be several captures. Get the gist? But I can also directly sell these digital products to you. And that's what this video is about. So this is the first bundle of Tonex captures I put together. It's 5 captures for $3. I think that's fair. But it's various pedals, some of my favorite pedals going into this PRS MT15 head here, plus one capture of the clean channel just cranked. And I think that works well if you have an overdrive pedal in front of it. So you're hearing these tones direct from the Tonex to the recorder. The last bit of this is my tones have all been dialed in with a third-party impulse response from Tone Junkies, and I'm not going to give away their impulse response because it's not mine to give away. But it is a free impulse response for them, so I will link to their free download of it and subscribe to their newsletter. And I recommend getting their Everything AI IR pack, because this is the orange 412 with the Celestion Greenback H30 in it, and it's probably my favorite sounding impulse response I've ever used. But the presets, when you buy them, come with Tonex's VIR of a Greenback, and it's not bad. Not as good as this, but that's not bad to start with. Or if you have your own impulse response that you like, I'm sure you can dial in the EQ to match yours. But if you want this exact tone, you can download the Tonex preset, but then also go download that Tone Junkies IR, match it up with this, and then you will have this exact sound. So enough talking, like and subscribe. I'm starting with the first one here. This is a combination of a Boss DS1 with a Dunlop EP101 in the effects loop of the PRS MT15. Anyways, that's the first tone. The next one, it's a clean channel of this PRS MT15 being pushed with a JHS Nauticlon. So that's a tone that I think really works better with single coils. A nice bluesy tone there. The next up is pretty much that same thing, but without the Nauticon. So this is what the amp sounded like before putting the Nauticon in front of it. Let's go back to single coils. And of course you can kind of fine tweak it from there. Let's turn the gain back a little bit to see how clean it gets. So yeah, it'll compress a bit with humbuckers and when you hit it, but you're really hearing that power amp kind of giving way pretty much. And I find with doing Tonex captures, you can decrease the gain and the results are pretty good, but when you try to you turn the gain above noon and it's pretty much adding more gain than the snapshot of that capture that's done, it doesn't quite scale up like that. So that's a tone that works really well, like if you want to use an overdrive pedal and kind of mimic what like a Fender Deluxe or something is doing when you're pushing it a bit. So that's a cool sound that works well with certain pedals. Let's go to the next one. It's a clean channel MT15 with a Perco Rat. So that's the Rat kind of on one of its lower gain settings because that's where I like to use the Rat. And it is pretty touch responsive there. I think you heard. Then last I have the DoD Gunslinger going into this. So this is kind of like the high gain tone that I have in this pack. Now let's see what happens if we turn that gain up a bit. Sorry, I'm now clipping the input of my recorder a bit. Anyways, those 5 captures, $3. I think that's fair. Linked below. And what you're hearing is direct from the Tonex pedal to my separate recorder, because I find that the SE software just doesn't quite sound as good. Directly into the Tonex One pedal does. So download it. Just to recap, download it, the file below. It's in a zipped compressed file folder. Uncompress it, import it into your Tonex software. Then link below, go download the Tone Junkies AIIR there. It's the H30 Orange 412. Add it to these presets once you put it in your Tonex, and you have this exact tone. No trickery here. I'm using the cheap guitar direct to the recorder. Link below. Like, subscribe. See y'all later.